Hey Moodle, Brand Boy here. As you can see, I am sporting this lovely Christmas hat and holiday sweater. It is December, it is Christmas. If you have presents to go get them. So chapter 927 of One Piece is out, but that is not the topic for today's video discussion. Today, we will be talking about race and gender in the One Piece world. Oda the creator is not one to overtly dive into controversial fields, but definitely takes a lot into consideration with the kinds of characters that he includes in the One Piece cast. You have the oppressed fisherman race that are akin to the struggle of African Americans. In One Piece, they are made to be slaves, and they have to live under the surface of the water or risk being enslaved by the humans living on land. This is interesting because the fishmen are superior physically, where they are 10 times stronger than a normal person and have the ability to breathe on both land and water. So the humans fear fishmen as monsters, and the fishmen stay below the surface so they don't break any semblance of peaceful hope that they have. There's an ongoing prejudice between these two kinds, and it is explored in the Fishman Island arc, especially of One Piece. And in episode 568, the main character, Luffy, loses a lot of blood in a fight against Hody Jones, who is a fishman, and he represents everything that is bad about the race. He is corrupt, he is strong, and he takes a lot of drugs, but he draws a lot of blood from the main character, Luffy, who is a human, and one of his friends, Jinbei, who is a fisherman, donates his blood to save Luffy's life. In the world of One Piece, this is a historical moment where Oda makes a chilling statement about overcoming racial boundaries by saying we all bleed the same red blood no matter who we are. It's one of the tear-jerking moments, and I know a lot of fans cite episode 568 as something that really made them feel something in the 20 or so years that One Piece has been running for. Another example of Oda including diversity into One Piece is Okama Land. Okama is a Japanese term that translates to she-male in English. In the subsect of the human race, there is a group of people in One Piece who refer to themselves as Okama, and they have an Okama culture. So they have a she-male culture, and they all collect on one island where they can cross-dress and they can even gender bend as they like. The drag queen of the island has power from what's called the devil fruit, and Vankov has the hormone fruit, which essentially it lets you change genders. It can make men guys, it can make men women, and it can make women men. Now, strange enough, we only see men who are cross-dressing on the island. And maybe there aren't any women in Okama Land because the men are women, or maybe any women that have been there have come there to become men, but for the sake of plot, all we ever see is cross-dressing. Maybe that's just Oda keeping it simple and leaving his opinion in there. The first introduction to Okamas actually happens about 15 years before we know about Okama Land in the One Piece world. There's a character in one of the first 5 arcs, Alabasta, named Mr. 2 Bon Clay, and he's the first character to refer to himself as an Okama, and essentially he does share gender bending properties with Ivankov, but it's not through hormones. Mr. 2 has what's called the clone fruit, and essentially he can touch people and he can take their face and body type, because when he touches them he gets perfect recall and he's able to transform himself to be them. So throughout the series, Mr. 2 is able to become other guys, he's able to become women, he's able to become other races, and it gets integrated into the plot in a spy infiltration sort of way. But if you just kind of break it down and look at it, Oda is saying that being diverse is okay with all of these characters. Now it looks like we're running a little low on time, so I just wanted to put that idea out there that Oda in One Piece is all about subtle diversity. He does not specifically comment on these issues, but does integrate his opinion on them in the series. What do you think about the fishmen representing African American oppression? How do you feel about the moment where Jinbei, first son of the sea, donates blood to save Luffy's life? How do you feel about Okama Land, and would it be a paradise or hell for you? How do you feel about the respective devil fruits of Ivankov T's hormones and Mr. 2's cloning capabilities to gender bend? What other topics of race and diversity are there in One Piece? As always, I am interested to hear your thoughts and comments below. And remember everyone, have a wonderful day.